First carry now for the former Badger Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Out of shotgun, Richardson. A dive and a catch. Incredible. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Indianapolis.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
In motion comes Pittman. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Richardson to throw it here on first down. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Downs goes in motion. Throwing on second down, Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. From the gun, Richardson. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And this play's going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
To throw, it's Browning. He's got the Golden Domer. That's Michael Mayer. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Raider first down. Browning. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be taken down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Throwing. Browning. That is caught to the goal line and in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That's to the right side and incomplete.
This is a great example of why these outbreaking routes towards the sidelines are so critical to have great timing and rhythm between the receiver and the quarterback. In this case, he just can't quite keep his feet in bounds. Great effort to secure the catch, but it's going to result in an incomplete.
On second down, Richardson. He'll take a deep shot for downs. That's caught! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Raiders with the early lead. And we're back in Vegas after this. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And a determined run there. He gets about 7 yards inside the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They go right back to Taylor. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
That's made. That's Woods. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Off the zone read, this is Richardson. He'll get a couple, mark him down at the 3. 3rd and goal. Now Richardson. He's got his big tight end. Jelani Woods. Touchdown, Colts.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
On the return is Dylan Laube. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Browning. He's got the tight end there. Into space. Still going. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 74 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Richardson operating from the pistol. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
They'll motion over Pierce. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. Pass right side to Downs. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Richardson to throw. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Putting the tight end in motion. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Big Christian Wilkins, the one who brought him down. 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Taylor. He'll push forward for about a yard. Big Christian Wilkins, the one who brought him down. Third and 6. On third down, here's a run by Taylor. Looking for room out on the edge. He's not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think he tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's fourth down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On fourth down, Richardson. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
A throw on the move is caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Here's Browning. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Carlson's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on our Thursday Nighter to start the new NFL week. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with EA Sports. Halftime report. It's all yours, Coach. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return.
At their own 40-yard line.
Set to go now on first and 10. Browning now. Open man downfield. That's Godwin. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Now Browning. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Snap to the air one more time. He'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. He is in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. On play action, Richardson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. They'll motion over Pierce. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like, living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They'll go. Richardson. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on fourth down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Back to the air once more on second down. That one caught by Tucker. He's got room to roam. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really, it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not...
That is caught side of the end zone. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Raiders. Now Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. He'll take a deep shot for downs. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. To throw, it's Browning. That'll be intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. And that ball incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He'll look deep for Pittman. And the Raiders are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal.